Hello folks, welcome to another video. So today in this video, we are going to see an interesting vulnerability called react2shell. So what is a react2shell vulnerability? So React is a JavaScript framework specific for designing web applications, and it's a part of Node backend application. Okay, so that is the idea. So there is a vulnerability in React where the file version next.js 15.0 has a serialization and deserialization vulnerability. So let me tell you what is serialization and deserialization. You see, whenever a process is running, we want to transfer that process into another server, from client to server or server to client. What we really do is we convert the process into objects. Objects are nothing, just imagine a key value pair. For example, a key is one is some data, two is some data, colon some data, something like that. So we change it into objects and we move that object into the server, and then we again change it into a process and inject it into the process. So that's how it works. So the vulnerability arises where when you transfer the object, you have to sanitize it to check for rogue objects in the objects you are receiving, because that is coming from clients. Not all clients will be sending the same objects. There are some people who send different objects which are not if not sanitized, will cause harm, or else the whole server itself control will go to the person who is actually doing that. So that is the idea. So in this video, we are going to see a proof of concept for that. And the first thing is, before I start, I want to start with a disclaimer that this video does not support or this channel does not support any illegal hacking. If you are doing it on public servers, it's totally illegal and will face legal consequences. This is totally done in a controlled environment. If you want to practice it, I advise you guys the same. So fair start. Then we'll go for the vulnerability. So this is where the application is runs. My target machine is Ubuntu, and I'm just running next.js 15.0, and the port 3000 is open. So I'm just running this in this application. A simple application, nothing much, just development environment. And then I'm just going to see the same from the Kali Linux part. You can see that same. I'll show you the IP address of that server. So here you can see that 192.168.65.111 is the IP address. So same way, port 3000, we are actually seeing this here. Okay, I don't think this is the one. 92.168.65.111 port 3000. This is the one. So you can see that application is running. So we are going to verify this in nmap also. So I'll just verify this nmap sv command to find the service version. Port is 3000, and this is the IP address of that machine. I'm going to start it. So this will give us if that port is open or not. So we will be able to see if the port is open. Once we find out the port is open, and okay, there is a lot of things coming in, but the main gist is this one. You can see that 3000 TCP open, and it does not know which application is running. So now we know that something is running here, and we know that port is open. So what we are going to do is we are going to exploit this vulnerability. So we know that the vulnerability exists in the target system, which is next 15.0. So what we are going to do is we are going to exploit it. In order to exploit it, I'm going to use a manual script done. And there are a lot of public scripts that can be used, but whenever you are using public scripts, please be aware and read through the code, because it's really important to understand the code, or else some bad code, if it's present, it might affect your system also. So that is the advice I give to the people who are actually using public exploits. So I'll just use this command, python 3. This is the exploit. It's a Python file, and URL is this one. As I showed you, it's the URL with the port 3000, and the command is cat etc. So let's start with a small command. Let's go for this next time. Okay, this is not a right command. I have to give ls only. So I can see that it has been created. You see that there are 3 text files, right? I'll show you the same thing here also. If I do ls, you are able to see this one, okay? A, B, C, D, E, S and dog. So what we are going to do is, we are going to see the etc password now. So what I'm going to do is cat etc password. Let's see if I'm see. So here you can see every user here, and we are able to see all the usernames, and it's not passwords. Passwords are stored in a different file. It will give you the location of the user profile. So now at this point we can say that this server is totally hacked. So at this point we can say that. So in addition to that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a file also. So let me show you there. So here you can see the files that are existing, right? So there is no file called zebra. I'll create a zebra file. I don't see anything starting with Z, so I'm going to create a zebra file here. So instead of here, touch zebra.txt. You can see this failed status 303, but we have to check there if it's successful. So here you can see zebra.txt is there. So I'll just do one more thing. So I'm going to do like I'll just create you are, have to go escape character, you are hacked. I'll just give that into hack.txt. Let's see if it works. Fail status is 500. Let's see if it's there. Hack.txt. Okay, it's not there. So you see, when it comes to this kind of creations, certain commands will not work. It depends upon your we are not actually communicating in the server. We are actually using like some weakness inside, and we are trying to inject the code into that. So that's why sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But you can see that zebra.txt is created, and we are able to see the password file also. So this proof of concept is sufficient for this vulnerability. I hope you enjoyed guys this video. I will also putting some of my vulnerability research in these videos. So if you want to see these more videos, please like, share and subscribe. I am expecting your support for further videos. Thank you everyone for watching. See you guys in the next video.